Nigeria is a great country, blessed with human and natural resources. Born on October 1st, 1960, and like a child who's grown into an adult, has faced her own share of challenges. But Nigeria has the capacity to fulfill her destiny. With great minds and great leaders, a bright future is guaranteed. Though tribes and tongues may differ, her beauty is in the diversity. Her power is in the unity. Nigeria, our country, is for you and for me. Let's make it the Nigeria of our dream. Advocate Broadcasting Network, a part of you.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Around the Niger Delta, a special magazine program where we look into the current trends shaping the region. And of course, we expect that you stay with us as we explore the dynamic cultural, economic, political, as well as environmental landscape of this very vibrant region. Opinions of experts and locals are also analyzed on this program, as well as opportunities and challenges facing the Niger Delta today. Do stay tuned for an insightful as well as an informative journey through one of Nigeria's most fascinating regions. I am Ike Chikujue, your host. Welcome.
On this edition, Delta State Governor Oborewori condemns killing of military personnel in the state. Delta Speaker Guwo, Ijo Youth Council, Lord President Tinubu over new Presidential Amnesty Program Administrator. Akwa Ibom government targets 100 houses for the poor under Arise Shelter initiative. Nigeria Medical Association in Rivers fish out fake medical doctor amid interview. On the developing story, we will bring you updates from the recent killing of military personnel in Delta State. On the big story, a special report on palm oil production in the Niger Delta will be our focus.
So some of the headlines in and around the Niger Delta. Let's get straight to talk about issues. Now, the Delta State Governor, Sheriff Oborewori, has denounced the killing of officers and soldiers affiliated with the 181 Amphibious Battalion in Bamodi local government area of Delta State. According to the Defense Headquarters, a total of 15 military personnel lost their lives during a communal clash in Delta State. The officers were reportedly responding to a distress call amidst the clash between Okwama and Okoloba communities. Responding to the tragedy, Oborewori expressed condolences to the military and the families of the deceased officers as well as soldiers. Now, in a statement released by its Chief Press Secretary, Festus Aho, the governor pledged to employ all necessary measures to apprehend the culprits, describing the violence as contrary to the values of Delta State, and emphasized the government's commitment to peace and security. Additionally, the governor assured that the perpetrators will face the full consequences of the law and urged all the residents to remain law-abiding while reaffirming the government's dedication to safeguarding lives and property in Delta State. The Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Emomotimi Guo, alongside the Ijo Youth Council worldwide, have condemned commended, I beg your pardon, the President Bola Tinubu for appointing Dr. Dennis Burutu Otaro from the Niger Delta region as the new administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program. Goa described the appointment as well-deserved and a significant development for the Niger Delta region. He emphasized Otaro's expertise and dedication to the region's advancement, and particularly in youth engagement. Similarly, the Ijaw Youth Council expressed their gratitude to President Tinubu for acknowledging Otaro's suitability for the role and for heeding the aspiration of the Ijaw community. They highlighted Otaro's competence and effectiveness, affirming his suitability for leading Nigeria's amnesty program. In like manner, Niger Delta ex-agitators have expressed satisfaction over President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's choice of Dr. Dennis Burutu Otaro to replace Major General Barry Tariye Ndiomo, retired, the interim administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, PAP. The appointment of Otaro was contained in a release by the Special Advisor, Media and Publicity to President Tinubu, Chief Ajuri Ngalale. The National Executive Council of Phase 2 ex-agitators extended their congratulations to Otaro, affirming that he's perfectly suited for the role. National Chairman of the Phase 2 ex-agitators, General John Seku, alongside other key figures, expressed gratitude to President Tinubu for selecting a capable Ijaw candidate. Earlier, accusations against the former amnesty boss Ndiomo included claims of tyranny and mismanagement, alleging that he stifled their voices and mismanaged the program, fostering discord among other leaders. And from Akwa Ibom State, the governor, Pastor Moino, has announced plans to construct 100 houses for the poorest individuals across the 31 local government areas of the state through the Arise Shelter initiative. Addressing attendees at the State House monthly prayer service at the Later House Chapel, Governor Eno emphasized the urgent need for the initiative, citing the dire living conditions faced by many families in Akwa Ibom State. He clarified that the Arise Shelter initiative is apolitical and driven solely by humanitarian concerns. He added that a dedicated team has been tasked with identifying the most dilapidated structures in each local government area to prioritize construction. Governor Eno also reiterated his commitment to improving the lives of citizens, expressing deep empathy for those living in substandard conditions. He recounted encounters with individuals, including widows and the less privileged, who endure harsh living conditions such as exposure to rain without proper shelter. The governor outlined the scope of the project, detailing plans for two-bedroom flats equipped with solar lighting and boreholes for water supply. He emphasized the importance of providing dignified housing for vulnerable members of the society, highlighting the social economic benefits, including job creation for local artisans. In addition, Governor Eno announced modifications to the bulk purchase initiative, stating that the beneficiaries will no longer bear any cost associated with food vouchers, as the state government will cover the expenses to ensure equitable access to essential food items. Acknowledging the prevailing economic challenges, the governor revealed plans to offer cash support to individuals identified through the AK Cares program aimed at alleviating hardship. Governor Eno commended the medical personnel involved in the recent free medical outreach, reporting successful surgeries and medical services provided in Ikotekpene. He also announced the upcoming outreach activities in Eket Senatorial District, underscoring the government's commitment to healthcare access. Governor Eno concluded by soliciting continued support for government initiatives and offered prayers for divine guidance and prosperity for the state and its people. The Nigerian Medical Association Anti-Quackery Committee in Rivers State have apprehended one Echi Igbo Michael, a fraudulent individual posing as a medical doctor. The committee, led by Dr. Abby Robinson, discovered Michael during his interview for a medical officer position at Port Harcourt Military Hospital. Despite holding a degree in banking and finance from Cross River State University of Science and Technology, Michael had misrepresented himself as a medical personnel for 2 years. According to the NMA State Secretary, Dr. Hope Avunda, Michael's arrest followed a tip-off after he sought an NMA identity card. Investigation revealed falsified documents including a counterfeit MBBS certificate from the University of Port Harcourt in 2017 and a fake MDCN full registration certificate in 2023. Michael had in addition falsely claimed employment at the military hospital Port Harcourt during his ID card application. NMA emphasized the legal action will be taken against the imposter and expressed gratitude to the military hospital authorities for their cooperation. The Kebe Kache Women Development and Resource Center in River State-based advocacy group have called upon the River State government to swiftly implement the National Action Plan on Gender and Climate Change. The group made this known during a recent policy engagement with stakeholders in Port Harcourt, where the project officer, Confidence Otiko, emphasized the importance of embracing gender-responsive budgeting to mitigate the impacts of climate change on the populace. Otiko expressed the necessity of prioritizing frontline strategies for climate change adaptation and mitigation, underscoring the federal government's introduction of the action plan in 2020, which is aimed at guiding implementation of all levels to alleviate the adverse effects of climate change, particularly on women's social and economic well-being. Otiko noted that the implementation of the action would effectively address the challenges faced by women in environmentally vulnerable communities. Expressing dissatisfaction with the current level of implementation in the state, she urged collaborative efforts between civil society organizations and ministries to achieve the plan's objectives. Furthermore, Otiko urged non-governmental organizations to advocate for women's issues and emphasized the imperative for state governments to expedite the domestication of the action plan across all relevant departments and agencies. An official from the Forestry Department of River State Ministry of Agriculture, Nkem Odoya, has highlighted the ministry's poverty reduction program to support those affected by climate change. Odoya also mentioned the government's initiatives in training and empowering agriculture entrepreneurs at a local level and implementing nutritional programs for vulnerable groups. Coordinator of the Center for Media, Environmental and Development Communications Constant Meju raised concerns about the limited support provided to women by the State Agricultural Ministry. She further stressed the significance of government civil society collaboration in addressing climate change and gender issues. Meju also highlighted the environmental degradation caused by oil extraction activities in some communities, emphasizing the need for government empathy towards affected women. The dialogue served as a vital platform for civil society organizations to engage with the state government on climate change and gender policies. On the developing story, the killing of military personnel due to communal clash in Delta State is our focus. And that will be what we'll be talking about in a bit, as we have in this segment joining us the program member Civil Liberty Organization Bayelsa State Chapter, Comrade David West. Comrade, good morning to you and welcome. Comrade David West, good morning. All right, we'll quickly head on for a short break to address whatever technical issues there, and then we'll come back and we'll continue the conversation with Comrade David West. Stay tuned.
Life is a combination of colors and experience in its beauty. The Lifestyle Gallery showcases the beautiful blends of African lifestyle, a TV magazine of lifestyle, food, homes, and fashion, combined with interesting interviews on trending issues. I am Nana Abina. Welcome to my world. Join me every Saturday at 2 p.m. and a repeat on Sunday.
Attention! Attention! All enterprises entrepreneurs, small business owners, and shoppers in the city of Uyo. Get ready for a rewarding opportunity that will transform your business. Here's introducing the ADBN Trade Fair for SMEs, powered by ADBN Television and Passion 94.5 FM. Project your businesses to another level as the trade fair starts from Thursday, 28th March, and on Easter Friday, Good Friday, March 29th, 2024. Location is Passion FM Avenue, Udodoma Road, Uyo, and it starts from 10 a.m. daily. Registration is 30,000 naira per stand. Hurry to do your bookings now as limited slots are available. Maximize this profitable platform to showcase your products and services. Network with fellow entrepreneurs as you boost sales by attracting new customers and get unbelievable discounts on quality items. For more information and registration, call our hotlines now on 0802 368 2484 or 0703 129 4721, or you visit our official handles at ADBN_TV and Passion 94.5 FM Uyo across all social media platforms. Mark your calendars to participate and attend, as the ADBN Passion FM Trade Fair for SMEs is where dreams become reality.
Nigeria is a great country, blessed with human and natural resources. Born on October 1st, 1960, and like a child who's grown into an adult, has faced her own share of challenges. But Nigeria has the capacity to fulfill her destiny. With great minds and great leaders, a bright future is guaranteed. Though tribes and tongues may differ, her beauty is in the diversity. Her power is in the unity. Nigeria, our country, is for you and for me. Let's make it the Nigeria of our dream. Advocate Broadcasting Network, a part of you.
Welcome back. You're still watching Around the Niger Delta, and before the break there, we did tell you that we'll be joined to discuss the situation in Delta State, that very tragic incident there that saw some gallant soldiers killed. That is on the developing story. And joining us to talk about it is a member of the civil society organization, Bayelsa State Chapter, Comrade David West. Comrade, good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Now, Comrade, this situation that we're hearing around Bamodi, it's causing a lot of problem. How do you think we can address it right now? Because we've lost both soldiers and civilians, and people fear reprisal. What's your take on the situation?
Okay. Once again, I say thank you very much for having your program. I want to start by this note. There's nowhere in the world where security is absolutely perfect, so to say. But however, said that, I would also use this medium to also send out my condolence to soldiers that have lost their life in the course of active service. I say, may their families take solace of their
Comrade West, are you there?
The security challenges in Nigeria today. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
All right. I said the security situation in Nigeria today is very, very worrisome. It is something that everybody
West, are you there? We seem to be having some network issues there from where Comrade West is talking to us from. Comrade West, are you there?
I hear you.
Go ahead, Comrade.
No, I can hear you.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, the security challenges is all over in country, but as a government, the government has put up every mercenary in place to see that the security situations is being abated. I don't think for now the security challenges having in Nigeria is being abated, although relatively parts of the country are a bit peaceful, a little bit peaceful. Like Bayelsa, where I am today, I think it's peaceful. That is not to say that we do not have one or two security challenges or skirmishes of security issues, but relatively the state is peaceful. Coming down to the South-South region, geopolitical zone where I belong to, I want to emphatically also say that in the South-South geopolitical zone, at the moment or at the time, is also relatively peaceful, apart from this ugly, unfortunate incident that had happened in Delta State some days ago, which is not very palatable for the ears to hear and for the eyes to see. For me, I think a reprisal attack from the military will not do any good to the people, neither to the country. It will rather create or worsen the security challenges we are talking about. So although I know very well that the military will not allow any of its personnel to die just like that, without going into proper investigation, or in most cases, without even ambushing the community or the environment where that has taken place. Innocent people will end up suffering. Innocent people might end up losing their life. Innocent people might end up being detained for what they do not know. But I am advising that the military should not take that direction. As a military security organization, they should do well to investigate, go into proper investigation of those people who have carried out that dastardly act and arrest them and bring the perpetrators to book. It is not proper, it is not fair for anybody to take the life of any security personnel, any security, I mean, it could be your brother, it could be your sister. So for me, it's really, really uncalled for what happened in Delta State, that we lost 2 members, 1 captain, and 12 others. All together put is about 15 personnel that were killed in the course of their lawful duty to go and maintain peace, because they have been called to come and maintain peace in the area, only for them to lose their lives. So it's not quite palatable, it's not too good, but the military should not be provoked to the extent of taking actions or going outside the rules of engagement. There are rules of engagement in all military operations, in all security operations. I say they should abide or go by the rules of engagement. They should not be unnecessarily provoked by the killing of these men to begin to attack or invade communities
Comrade
that
West,
are very much innocent of this crime.
Comrade West.
Professionally, yes, I'm with you.
Before I let
Yes.
you go, how do we prevent this particular situation from happening again? Because it is really sad to have lost about 15 military personnel. So how do we prevent this and make sure that this does not happen again?
We prevent this and make sure that this does not happen again.
Well, like I said, there are rules of engagement. First of all, the military were being called by the people from the community to come and maintain peace for them. And in the course of doing that, they have lost their lives. And from the information I gathered, and I think I'm still looking from, like I said, information I gathered, I'm still looking at it that, so the community people, they feel some people are also coming on military uniform to attack them, some that nature. So they are claiming, as from the information I gathered, they are claiming it was a mistake, claiming it to be, they thought maybe those
Comrade West?
and the people who have invited them, it is your place to give them the chance to carry out the operation they want to carry out. And the military too, when you want to go out for operations too, they should carry out proper.
Comrade West, are you there? Well, I guess due to the network situation, we're unable to maintain stable communication with Comrade West. However, we want to thank Comrade West for his contribution, of course, as we continue to follow developments there in Okoma community, the very, very condemnable killing of military personnel there. We'll continue to monitor the situation and we'll continue to bring you updates on this program. And moving on, now the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has announced the arrest of 20-year-old hairstylist Josephine Ondunu and a 30-year-old dispatch rider Odesemi Iboro for selling and distributing chinchin laced with illicit drugs to school students and at a social gathering in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. According to the Director of Media and Publicity and Advocacy of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, the operatives intercepted Edesemi in Opolo area of Yenagoa, recovering 200 grams of cannabis sativa laced with chinchin, which they intended to deliver. Subsequently, Josephine was apprehended for her involvement in distributing the drugged chinchin from the salon where she works in Bansia area of Yenagoa, the state capital. A search of the salon resulted in the recovery of an additional 3 kilograms of the illicit substance, bringing the total seized from the duo to 3.2 kilograms. Investigations revealed that they supplied a drug-laced chinchin, often containing cannabis and tramadol, to students and at birthday parties, while Odesemi handed the delivery to buyers, while Josephine served as a major distributor to wanted suspect who produced the drug chinchin. Let's go straight to Edo State, where the police command has initiated a manhunt to fish out the abductors of Edo State People's Democratic Party chairman, Tony Eziagbemi. Gunmen suspected to be kidnappers had on Friday abducted the chairman at about 11 p.m. on Idaro Street off Country Home Road, Benin City. Confirming the incident, the Edo State Police Public Relations Officer, Chidi Nwabuzo, also said the case falls under the jurisdiction of the new Etete Police Division, also known as Godwin Abe Police Station. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in the state, Funsho Adegboye, had given a marching order to tactical teams of the operatives to go after the gunmen and rescue Eziagbemi unhurt. Eziagbemi's kidnap comes less than a month after the party conducted its governorship party primaries, where it produced Asue Godalo as the candidates of the PDP in the forthcoming governorship election of September 21st, 2024. The Miss Niger Delta Peace and Cultural Pageant has initiated the screening process for the 19th Miss Niger Delta Ambassador of Peace and Development, aiming to bolster the advancement and empowerment of young women from the Niger Delta region. This endeavor also seeks to foster social economic growth and human capital development throughout the region. The organizers emphasize the importance of nurturing entrepreneurial talents among young females, equipping them with essential skills for self-sufficiency to drive progress in the Niger Delta region. Director of Media and Communication for Miss Niger Delta Organization, Karina Israel, underscored the transformative potential of the female youth in the region and globally, advocating for deliberate efforts to provide them with the requisite mindset and skills for impactful contributions to the society. Aligned with the overreaching objective of the IFED Life ND project to foster a transformed economic benefit in rural populations, Ondo State IFED and Life ND has inaugurated the Women in Agriculture Network in the Niger Delta. Now, the state project coordinator of the international agency, Prince Ademola Olawale, represented by an environmental and climate change specialist, Akin Oluwalade, emphasized the necessity of the network to bolster women's involvement across business value chains. Prince Olawale outlined WIAND's role as an advocacy body to empower women in assessing agricultural resources and finances to amplify their productivity. On her part, the State Rural Institution and Gender Officer, Bola Akinyede, highlighted the WIAND's aim to rectify persistent gender parties disparities and alleviate poverty untimely, contributing to economic growth and improved quality of life. Under the guidance of resource person Oluwafemi Samson, participants addressed various challenges confronting women in agriculture, such as discriminatory policies, gender violence, and limited access to education and resources. Recommendations include establishing special helplines for women's complaints and facilitating access loans and grants through organizations like the Bank of Agriculture, as well as SMEDAN. The event concluded with the election of the WIAN and ND Executive Committee, tasked with overseeing the network's operations. And from Cross River, the State Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation has emerged winner of the prestigious top prize at the recent Innovation Science and Technology Expo held at the Eagle Square in Abuja. The event held from March 11 to 15th brought together various stakeholders, including states, tertiary institutions, research bodies, schools, the military, and the private sector inventors. Key features of the expo included technical sessions on research and development commercialization, as well as exhibitions, providing a platform for showcasing innovative work and fostering connections between states' researchers, innovators, entrepreneurs, and potential investors. Cross River State clinched the first position, with Osun and Delta States following closely in second and third place, respectively. We'll go for a short break, after which we'll come back and continue with the news. Do stay with us.
So, you want to catch more of the glitz, the glam, the latest fashion, the cuisines, the rich culture from weddings, shows, parties, conferences, masterclasses, workshops, awards, festivals, and much more within and outside the Niger Delta? Join Tilly and UM on Event 360 every Saturday by 5 p.m. and a repeat broadcast on Sunday by 3 p.m. and let us take you on a journey on the trends and happenings in the event business within and outside the Niger Delta. For coverage or sponsorship, please call 070-367-07787. Events 360.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
Welcome back to the program. On the big story today, we'll be bringing you a special report which focuses on palm oil production in the Niger Delta. Do enjoy.
For over 500 years, this region has been oiling the wheels of development to as far as Great Britain. Even with the discovery of crude oil, the Niger Delta still has much to contribute to the economic growth of the nation through the oil palm, of which Kwibom is the chief producer. Nestled within the lush greenery of the Niger Delta Akwa Ibom stands as a beacon of prominence in the cultivation and processing of the oil palm, contributing significantly to the nation's agricultural sector. With over 84 million hectares of arable land and a good chunk of it dedicated to oil palm cultivation, Akwa Ibom boasts an impressive production output, accounting for well over 50% of Nigeria's total oil palm production. This thriving industry not only sustains livelihood, but also drives economic growth, positioning Akwa Ibom as a key player in the global palm oil market. Join us as we explore the intricate web of traditions, innovations, and challenges that shape the oil palm industry in Akwa Ibom. From the resilient farmers tending their ancestral groves to the visionary entrepreneurs spearheading technological advancement, we uncover the stories behind Akwa Ibom's place of prominence in oil palm production. We're here in Nkpanenin, a key hub of oil palm production in Akwa Ibom State, and we're being joined by Mr. Obot, a farmer, to share with us the importance of oil palm to this community and how they are going about it.
This particular farm is about 186 hectares. We have been able to plant palm fruit on about 26 hectares. If you can see this particular one, this is the already existing plantation. This one is about 16 hectares. And if you see the new one that I just planted year before last, November, it's about 7 hectares. We are still looking for support from the government. We don't just plant, we start from the nursery. All our nursery products are from Niger. We will get the sprouted nut from Niger. We nurse it. I will show you our nursery farm. We nurse it there between 8 to 10 months, and we move from the nursery to the field. There's what we call Dura and Persifera. Like this one, if you check this old one, they are Dura. They will have big nut, but they will not produce more oil. This one we will have only small nut, but can produce more oil. So people prefer to patronize agri product than the Dura product. As it stands like this, these are Persifera. If you, at that stage, we still call them Tenera seedlings. So all the products are coming from one source. They produce TPO. The difference between TPO and SPO is that the TPO has FFA. If you check oil, you see the up will be clean, nothing inside, but you see this side, our people will say this is the best, the thick oil. But if I go to the market, I don't eat this. These are the free fatty acid, but God has been faithful to us. We have been eating it from the days of our young age. But when I started this work, I discovered that these things are not good. This particular one cannot enter any international market. So if they are selling TPO, for instance, Tony Mars, at 25,000, if I produce SPO, and the uptaker will come and taste it, and free fatty acid is free, nothing is there, I will be selling it at 75,000. You see the difference? But the difference is, TPO, you will get more quantity, but low quality, because they will keep these bunches for 2 weeks for the thing to ferment so that they can get more oil. But SPO process, after 48 hours, you put them in the machine and produce your oil. You get low quantity of oil, but quality. But in the other side of the TPO, you get more quantity, but low quality. Cannot pass Nigeria.
Nsirubium, another hot spot for oil palm cultivation, boasts vast plantation that stretch as far as the eye can see. But behind this picture-perfect scenery lies a complex web of challenges. We're being joined by Mr. Kani Okoko, who has been in the oil palm business for some time now and is going to share with us some of the challenges facing the oil palm production in his area.
Palm oil business is capital intensive. And if you bring a little money, like 500,000 into it, how many gallons will you have? You have nothing. Most of us, why we you've decided to sell it around this Akwa Ibom is that the production is low because of our finances. So if the government help us with loan, you know, not that we need the money that they should come and dash us the money, no. We have been into the business and we know the techniques of the business, the nitty-gritty of the stuff. So if they empower us by giving us a soft loan, then I saw the governor did something the right time. He said banks of industry or something like that. So I believe if we are given a loan, maybe a soft loan or free interest loan, it will go a long way, because by the time you come into the business with maybe 10,000 naira, 10 million naira, and you buy your product, you don't have to sell it over here. But for now, since the production is very low, we have maybe in a month we have only 30 gallons. We cannot take it to the north because the transportation, of course, will take your interest. So if you have the money that we at hand at the moment, like 10 million to 20, 15 million naira, you'll be able to produce those things, then take it to the north at the same time. Then we make good money out of it, make good profits.
What I do for a living is palm oil processing. What I do is to wash, select, and cook the palm fruit. Sometimes I produce 6 containers or 10 containers, depending on the production. The major problem we have is finances to fund the production process because the palm fruits have become very expensive.
This is where we make palm oil. We usually go onto the bushes to get the palms, then gather the fruit, wash them, and cook them till they are done. After cooking, we extract the oil from the chaff. It is from this process that we get the oil, which we then proceed to the market to sell.
Our aim is for us to get something from government. If we have automatic mill process, we will not be selling in bunches because we are selling the nut, the oil, the web, everything. We don't get anything. But if we have our mill, we will not waste everything. We will be selling everything. Because, for instance, if I have mill now, I will have what we call, I will not produce TPO, the normal standard of oil producing in this area with local fabricated mill.
One of the major problems we have is transportation. So if government can do something about transportation, assist us transportation-wise, because most of the time we go to the east, that is the Igbos, to obtain these trucks.
We don't have a sponsorship. That is why we have been pleading with government to come in and assist us, because this place has created a lot of employment for people, men and women, youths. If we have assistance, help, sponsorship, this place will not, I think it will be something that one will write home about.
Still in Nsurubium, the journey of oil palm from tree to table unfolds, processing facilities like this one. Yet, the story of oil production here is not solely about economic gains, but also about sustainability, among other concerns.
It's a big business. Mostly in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom is the #1 state with palm oil. But the government are not looking into it. Everybody's eye went on crude oil. Crude oil, crude oil. The palm oil is a big business. We load so many trucks here, just like the petrol and the gas. And they are all from Akwa Ibom. If you can check, you can see our trucks loading all over. All these ones are going to the north, and they are from Akwa Ibom. So let the government support the business. If there is probability of them coming into the business and make the oil to be well refined, it will be a vegetable oil. It will be one of the, not one of, it will be the best oil to the states. And much revenue will come, and it will attract much customers from different places. North is the major stakeholders of the business of palm oil. They do take it to other places. But where we talk of the major dealers of oil, go to Kanu, Galadima, go to Gombe, the palm oil market, some in Meduguri, other places we supply them oil.
Akwa Ibom oil is among the best. And we are trying our best also to screen to make sure we buy the best, not adulterated on, to sell to the northern part. So we are appealing to the government to come to our aid, at least drainage system and also the security light, street light. Then we like the nursery environment, ministry, to assist us with some modern facilities whereby we will, be testing the oil to make sure the oil they are bringing from the villages to us is the great one that we'll buy and also shift it to the north, so that it will bring, more patronage to the businesses.
As the days go by in the Niger Delta, the voices of its people resonate with a shared sentiment. Oil palm is not just a crop, but a lifeline. Testimonies reveal its vital role in sustaining families and supporting local economies, despite the challenges of land rights disputes, market fluctuations, and environmental concerns. This narrative reflects both prosperity and responsibility, underscoring the delicate balance between economic development and environmental preservation. In the hearts of those who call this region home, the legacy of generation past meets with the aspiration of a sustainable future.
And from that big story there, we'll call the program a wrap for today. We hope you enjoyed every part of it. Let's make it a date tomorrow. My name is Ike Chukwu Jue. Continue to enjoy the rest of our program.